Good evening, everybody. Stephen here from Vanguard Tactics, and I hope you're doing well. So if you are interested in Warhammer 40k, you are in the right place. This channel specializes in competitive Warhammer 40k, and on today's live, I'm going to be answering your questions relating to all things Warhammer. So yeah. Guys, if you're new to the channel, welcome. If you're returning to the channel, then welcome back. And as you know, or if you're not sure of this, basically for the next, or whilst we are in this lockdown period for coronavirus, I'm going to be going live every single day at 6 p.m. So, and that is British summertime. So it's obviously 6 o'clock now. And guys, I hope you're doing well, because, you know, the reason why I'm doing this is so that you guys don't feel too isolated, and, we can stay part of this community together. Really, really great communities being built on the YouTube right now, on the YouTube. Yeah, it's like the Facebook. It's like I'm 70 years old explaining, oh yeah, I saw this on the Facebook, like your granddad normally says. Anyway, on the YouTube, the Vanguard Tactics YouTube. So anyway, so I'm sorry, Brian, I was 2 minutes late, okay? Sorry. Had an error because my camera wouldn't, I didn't have it plugged in. That's my fault. And I was like, why is it not coming up? And then I had to basically, because I was on the settings to go live, my camera needs to be plugged in before I start typing in all the details. So then I had to redo it all. But anyway, so what have I been up to today of the lockdown? Today is Wednesday, and Wednesday is always my client update day. So on a Wednesday, I basically talk to all of my nutrition clients, making sure that they're okay with their goals, whether it's their fitness, nutrition, and obviously with this whole COVID-19 thing, it's basically been talking about how do we maintain the course, how do they stay healthy, how do they stay fit during this period. So been talking all things health and fitness today. So if you guys have any questions at all about that side of things, and you want to stay in shape, or feel a little bit healthier during this time, it's actually a really good time to focus on that, because there's not that much else to do, okay, if you're not working. So now is a great time to really prioritize your health and fitness goals, and it can help you alleviate a lot of anxiety and stress. Certainly does that for me. So I've got my own sort of health goals during this period of time that I'm going to be working on. So yeah, if you want to know what they are, let me know. If you're not interested, then we don't have to chat about that at all. We can carry on talking about 40k side of things. So yeah, I hope all you guys are doing well in the chat. Brian, Henrik, Jacob, Ian, Michael, Joseph, healthy body, mind. Yeah, absolutely. And I'm very passionate about, basically you guys living happier and healthier lives, both physically and mentally. It's extremely important to me. Jacob said, I want to know a good chest workout besides massive amounts of push-ups. When you're looking at doing a push-up, a lot of people just kind of bang out as many push-ups as they can, but that's not really going to activate the chest, okay? So when you're doing a push-up, what you really want to focus on is actually using your back to create resistance. So what I mean by that, if I'm coming from the side here, so you're going to maintain your back engagement, and from here you're going to isolate the pec. So as you come into your push-up position, you want to basically create a triangle. So your hands would end up here. The nose is forward, not here. It should literally be right down. That means you can engage the back and then squeeze the chest as you push through. Okay, and in that way you can maintain good technique on the chest, and you probably only need to do like 3 sets of 15, and that should be a really good chest workout. So yeah, somebody's recommended dips, but obviously dips are a little bit more for the triceps. So yeah, it's a little bit of chest, but mainly that's going to be hitting the triceps. But it's not a bad one if you want like a secondary exercise, so to speak, just to add on to that. Anyway, morning from San Diego. How you doing? I see you care about us mentally and physically, but not so much physically. Not sure what that means, physically. Anyway, Me and my words are not so great. Australia, how you doing? Financially. Yep, well, everyone in terms of financially, that is another sort of health for sure. But yeah, one of the things that I've certainly done this month is really looked at my own finances in terms of what do I find valuable in terms of what brings me happiness. And if it doesn't bring me happiness, and if I don't feel like I need it, then I get rid of it. But sometimes actually having a structure in terms of your day, having a structure in terms of your diet, you actually end up really focusing on like the things that you need most. So you end up saving money by making sure that you're more efficient with it and it can go further. So things like drinking fizzy drinks, you know, if you don't really find them, if you're just basically having them because it's like you've just got a habit of having them, but you don't necessarily enjoy them that much more than just drinking water, then just drink water. It's typically free, apart from obviously out your tap. You know, eating snacks and things, again, you probably don't need those. Just focus on some good, wholesome main meals, and that'll probably see you through. And again, like if you batch cook, you can actually save a lot of money doing it that way. And buying fresher ingredients, certainly a really, really good way to go. Machine versus cable flies or dumbbell flies. I mean, in terms of those, there's no reason why. Well, obviously at the moment you can't really do either of those from home unless you've obviously got a home gym. But yeah, certainly looking at, you know, particularly cables are certainly probably the best exercise for the chest in terms of, and have those different exercises in for good variety, just to keep the mind healthy as well in terms of what you're, you know, keeping you mentally stimulated while you're training. You know, we don't need to become dogmatic in the way that we train. Austin's picked up some resistant bands. Are they good? Absolutely brilliant. Yeah, absolutely. You know, I use bands a lot in a lot of my workouts at the moment. Thomas has said, sat painting 200 grots in Gretchen. Are you planning on going to the LVO again? Yep, definitely going to the LVO. That will be certainly on the bucket list this year or next year, providing that it's all on in this coronavirus is out the window. But yeah, definitely be hitting up the LVO. It's an incredible experience along with SoCal. So yeah, I'll be certainly at those, and maybe even Nova. And what else? Who knows what else might come up? Rob said, Mr. Box, what ledge? Thank you very much. I bet you're gagging for some 40k by now. Also, one more day until you run out of fingers on our thumbnails. Yeah, I know. I need a suggestion, guys. What am I going to do? I mean, I just thought of this. Like, I just use a finger, because it literally, when it comes up with a thumbnail, it says you've got 5 seconds, and I've never done this before. So it's like you've got 5 seconds to think of a thumbnail, and I was like, day 2. So yeah, gonna need. I tried to hold up a bit of paper, but it was backwards, and I haven't quite mastered writing backwards yet, so that if I held it up, it would be forwards. So guys, give me some ideas. What can I do so you know what day it is? Because otherwise I'll just be like fist and a finger. I don't know. Give me some ideas, guys. Right, what are the questions we got here? Austin said, 40k question, I think was missed yesterday. How do you handle deadly Overwatch, i.e. 11-inch flamers on Assault Centurions? How do you handle with your BA? And how do you handle with your Repentia Zephyrins? So, simply, just suck it up. Take it, you know? You know, I'm normally charging from out of cover anyway, where I possibly can. And what I'll typically do is I'll set up longer charges, and I use the relic to reroll any of the dice on the charge, which means I can basically, or I can redeploy down into cover if I've got a unit far away, and then I can use, because I've done that, or bring a unit in from reserve, I can use the 3d 6-inch charge and then reroll any of those dice, so I can get a long bomb charge from a unit that's behind cover. So that's an option, or charge from 11 if you're on. You know, again, try to touch cover with those Sanguinary Guard. You're not going to lose any with a 2-up, 5-up. They're just going to tank it. So yeah, typically that's how I approach it. Absolutely, just get those long bomb charges on. How good is Ghazghkull Thraka? On paper, very good. In practice, I'm not too sure because he's very expensive. And in my opinion, as I spoke about the other day, I would personally just take, it kills me to say it, but just use the 1 CP to take an ultimate big boss on an Orc Warlord. I'd probably just do that instead. Blood Angel player, cheap scouts versus auto bolter intercessors. A mix of each will stave one or the other. So you're paying like 85 points for a unit of intercessors versus 55 for a unit of scouts. The scouts are the intercessors do not protect your characters, okay? This whole notion of, it literally kills me as well. This whole notion of, I've got this to hold backfield objectives. No. If you're trying to hold backfield objectives, in my opinion, you're playing Blood Angels wrong. The objectives you're trying to hold are in the mid-board. There's a skill to placing objectives down, okay? Now, a lot of the time, when you put these little bad boys down, you probably go, I put it behind that ruin. Yeah, in my deployment zone, 6 inches away from the edge so my opponent can't get to it. By the way, I didn't mean to sound like Ricky Gervais then, so apologies about that. But anyway, you want to put this down in the mid-board. Put your objectives in the mid-board. Push everything up. Use your characters to sit on these, not your intercessors. Therefore, you're going to take probably double battalion of troops. So rather than, what's 30 times 6? That's 180 points. That's literally a whole unit of, 80% of a Sanguinary Guard unit. I know what I'm taking. I'd rather have a unit of Sanguinary Guard just sat on an objective, just sat at the back waiting for the battle here. Steve, come on, it's 2 CPs, send me in. That's what they want. They don't want to be sat there like intercessors just doing nothing. So yeah, my opinion is if it's not a scout and therefore it doesn't have a jump pack, it doesn't deserve to be in your Blood Angel list. Okay, just what I'm saying. Go with a different army. Go with Dark Angels or Iron Hands or something. All right. Anyway, any thoughts on running 18 Wraiths in Nephew? I think that means Nephrit from the old Necrons, and I can imagine that's an autocorrect. I make these mistakes all the time. Blooming thing. I'll be honest, my knowledge of Necrons is not great, but Wraiths are pretty good with a 3++, especially in the meta of today. I think they can move through ruins really, really quickly, and they can ignore that also good. So yeah, certainly good early board threat, and why not? Definitely. I've seen them. I designed a Necron list not too long ago, and I think I did actually have 18 Wraiths in there. So yeah, why not? Sounds good. I can't remember what Nephrit does though. What is your opinion about Tempesta Scions and Crass/Tyrannus Knight armies? Thank you. So yeah, Crass Knights, fantastic at killing other vehicle-based armies, which is really, really good, but that's only because of one relic. Tyrannus is probably better overall because if you get that knight to stand back up again, that's literally like a free 400 in points. So you do that twice over the course of the game, then you've essentially gained 800 points back of your army for free, which is incredible. Quite swingy though. So on the whole, if I'm fielding an entire army of knights, you go Tyrannus. If you're fielding a single knight, you go Crest. But yeah, getting some battalions in of Tempesta Scions, brilliant. Cheap, cheerful, can drop down, keep them in reserve so they don't get alpha turn 1 and 2. You can bring them down turn 3, job them on the objectives, let the knights do their thing, and you're just using them for CP. So yeah, pretty decent. Chuck in some tank commanders, and you're kind of rolling well. So yeah, certainly some ideas there. Okay, so what have we got here? What is your opinion on Black Templars not getting any HQ being made Primaris and the upgrade kit not being updated as it is over 10 years old? I mean, I'm not really fussed about it, to be honest. I do like the Black Templars, but just make your own. I've done the same. I've made my own Emperor's Champion. He looks an absolute beast. Cut the head off an old one, stuck him on a librarian. I think I showed this model the other day. Happy to show you guys what I've done. But yeah, just convert my own Primaris models up. Nothing wrong with that. I really like the Reaver kits, actually. I just like the way that they're modeled. I like the fact they got 6-packs. That's good. They got some blades. You could just see they're Crusaders. Give them a different helmet if you like. Yeah. Just make your own. But they're good. I think Black Templars are cool. Any thoughts on... In fact, I don't actually run any Primaris characters in hardly any of the forces that I run. Typically, Smash Captains, if you're running a single one, are better, but not in Blood Angels. I just run the regular characters. Let me just go and find him. So what I've got here is, this is my converted Castellan Crow for my Grey Knights. So this is him there. I like the sort of Spartan look. So this is my Castellan Crow. Bit of a beast there. It's actually a Deathwatch Artemis with a, can't remember the head name, but it's some sort of chaplain head. He looks pretty decent though, pretty badass. And I've got this guy. This is my Emperor's Champion, or originally was going to be my Emperor's Champion. So when's he coming into focus? There he is. So it's a librarian. He's got the Emperor's Champion sword and head, and then he's got just a regular sort of HQ shoulder pad there. Looks pretty cool. And then he's in this hand. This is obviously going to be a Grey Knight. Brother captain now, or librarian, depending on the list. So that's what I'm running, because I'm not running a Black Templars army now, because I've gone for Blood Angels instead. But still, looks pretty badass, I think. Yeah. Someone's asked me, Joey, Stalker or Alter Bulk Rattles on BA, or stick to regular bolters? Don't take any. As I've said, I don't know if you've just joined, but I did a bit of a rant, my Ricky Gervais rant, on why I don't take any Intercessors for Blood Angels. If you're going to take any Primaris, it's going to be Incursors. You need things to forward pressure to prevent because you want your characters to be able to move into pockets of troops. So the scouts go up front, and also the Incursors go up front. So then you can, long bomb your characters into these little pockets. Intercessors can't get there. So, and also, if you're shooting with a Blood Angel army, you're doing it wrong. You got a chainsword, use it. Chainsword, bolt pistol. It's all a man ever needs in the grim dark, Don't be greedy. Same as Repentia, chainswords. Yeah. Right, so you've seen my Emperor's Champion now. Joined the mentorship last night. Good man. Yeah, love it. Shot you an email to verify Deathwatch vets. When do you normally send replies? Normally on a Friday, okay? Friday is kind of my admin day, so I'll sort of get back to you then if that's all right. I did quickly see it. It's about the Deathwatch Veteran Squad. I'll source out something then, okay? But typically, if you have a question for me on the mentorship, I go live every Thursday in the mentorship group. And if you've got a list you want me to review, I'll be posting a post in there today to ask for your questions. So the best thing to do, rather than emailing me, is post your question in that. And then on Thursdays live, I go through all the questions and then I'll answer you then. Because the reason why I do that is because, number one, there could be other people in the group that could benefit from it. Or number two, it could stir other people to ask questions. It empowers people to ask questions. Whereas if I answer a question in an email, nobody sees it apart from you. So this is knowledge that should be shared, and that's what as a teacher, knowledge is for sharing. So I think the more you can distribute that, the better. So that's why I typically will do most things via our community live. All right. On Saturday, where do you send my list to? Is it on Discord when you talk? What time is it? Sorry, this is a Google Translate. No worry, Henrik. So it's going to be tomorrow. and I'll post all the details in the Facebook group. All the information you ever need to know is going to be in the mentorship Facebook group. Okay, the Discord is being set up as we speak. Yeah, the Discord's going to be up and running over the next couple of weeks to its full efficiencies. We're obviously like ironing out any teething problems at the moment, but all the information you ever need on the mentorship is in the in that Facebook group. Okay. You were saying yesterday that Chaos Raptors could have been good. Had a look at what your thoughts of making them Emperor's Children with Alpha Legion, Possess Bomb, and Nurgle Demons. So I don't know if Raptors are really the way forward. I like Khorne Berserkers though. Khorne Berserkers are cool. I like Iron Warriors, Obliterators. I think there's some really good Chaos units that you can certainly start to put this together. Yeah. But Raptors, not so much. I'll tell you what is good though. Emperor's Children, Noise Marines, they're incredible. They literally shoot when they die, but shoot fully in combat. It's crazy. Crazy good. I got caught out by that at a tournament recently, and I was like, they do what? Couldn't believe it. Hello from SoCal. Question. I wanted to ask you about your feelings on how the recent changes to Marines has impacted the Death Watch. How has it changed your Death Watch list and why? So I haven't actually run Death Watch in a while, and I'm going to wait until their Psychic Awakening. But typically with the most recent FAQ, other Marines got weaker, therefore Death Watch got stronger. Okay, so anytime a top dog comes down a pecking order, it means there's rise for the rest. Okay, so yeah, they're not bad. Death Watch is still okay. What are your thoughts on Vindicare tanks? I've been using them, and they do quite a bit of work. They're okay, they're just short range. That's the problem. Their short range just makes them quite easy to play around. And it really depends on the rest of the list that you've got. But they can certainly be okay if you run 3 of them, along with other pressure units that can take the firepower away from them, giving them that time to get that forward movement on. But I think with them, you need to be very clear that you're going to use them turn 2 and turn 3. So therefore, turn 1, you're going to deploy them behind line of sight, and you'll then turn 1, you're going to move and advance them and pop smoke into cover. So again, you're still not going to fire turn 1, and you may not even fire turn 2 because it's all about positioning. Then turn 3, 4, 5, and 6. That's when you absolutely smash it with those Vindicators. So a smart player will really position them well and use them late game rather than trying to alpha with them. Okay, so that's what you need to bear in mind. All right, not all units have to be used turn 1. You can certainly start to use them later on in the game. All right. Max, how you doing, buddy? Good to see you too. Hope you're keeping well and staying safe, mate. But yeah, thanks for tuning in again, buddy. What are your thoughts on Sisters of Battle? There they are up there, look. The beautiful sisters are coming along nicely. Got a brutal list, absolutely brutal list. I did a little bit of painting on it last night. So yeah, just working out my Repentia, Arcoflagellants, and also my just some of Battle Sisters as well. Gone for like a cherry red color. I'll show you. So this is what I'm working with at the moment. So sort of like a metallic. Is that going to come into focus? I need to sort of come out of focus, I think. There we go. Yeah, like simple metallic red. I need to work on the face. I've just done a little bit of work on that. But yeah, typically that's what we're working with. And this is mainly contrast paint over silver with an airbrush, extremely quick. So that's what I wanted, a very quick and efficient, paint scheme. Nothing trying to get myself out of focus here. Trying to do the old facial recognition. But anyway, yeah, that's what we're going for. Something like that. Bloody Rose. Cool. And again, in the mentorship program, I went through like how I speed painted my army. And I think I don't know if it was yesterday's, when did I do it? Might have been day 7 live. Day 7 live, I went through my techniques for speed painting. Okay, so how do you get an army onto the tabletop as quickly as you possibly can. I went through my strategy that I go through when I speed paint. Hey, hope you're doing well, mate. What are your thoughts on the up and coming Engine War book? Yeah, I mean, looking good. I mean, I think I'm excited to see what they get, especially the Chaos Knight side of things. Really like AdMech. I've got an unbuilt AdMech army in that bottom drawer down there that I need to work on. Really happy with how my robots look. I really like punchy robots, so anything that just gives the AdMech a little bit more forward pressure would be nice. I like the flying units that are going to be able to essentially stop the screen. So yeah, Simon, hopefully that's all good, and looking forward to the interview with you guys later over on D6 Evolution. So yeah, I think we're talking all things Blood Angels, so should be another good video to check out hopefully soon. But yeah, hopefully all good, mate. Hope you guys are doing well over there. Okay, how do you bait someone into falling for the Emperor's Children trick? You don't. I just didn't know about it because you just don't see it that often. So you don't really. Obviously, you can charge people and then they have to fight. So you can shoot and charge. That you get to fight first because you always fight first, and then just literally take the hit. And if you die, use them as a bit of a suicide potentially. You're going to get like double. You can actually get a triple action out of. Yeah, that's what you do. You take a unit of 20, you shoot 2 CP, shoot again, and then you charge, shoot when you die, and that's a triple action in a turn. That is game breaking, like so good. It's like Yanari all over again. Okay, so guys, I think I'm gonna have to leave that there. And oh, Nicholas, hello mate, Nicholas from here, from your Team Greece. How you doing, buddy? Some hints about your sisters list. No hints yet. Okay, the only hint is it's all bloody rose. Okay, combat is the way forward. And in terms of combat, the video where I explain how to wrap and trap models is coming out in the next 2 hours. I just need to render it. I've finished editing it now. I'm just giving it one more run through, make sure the audio's nice with the music and everything. But I've color graded the video. It's ready to go. That I need to export it, render it, stick it on YouTube, and then probably in about 2 hours, come back and you can check out my video that is part of the mentorship course. It's one of 8 advanced tactics videos that I have on there, which is just in one module, and there's like 13 different modules, but this is one small video of that series of videos, and I'm going to be adding to it. Literally, I've still got another 6 to 12 months worth of work to build this mentorship program out even further. So this is coming out as a freebie on YouTube for free. So while this coronavirus is all kicking off, then you can basically practice. You just need a 2x2 playing area, get the models out I suggest, and you're going to be able to, practice those tactics. All right. Anyway, guys, I'm going to leave that there. And yeah, any more questions, head over to tomorrow's live, day 10. And guys, I need your suggestions. What am I going to do when I run out of fingers? So yeah, take care, guys, and I'll see you all tomorrow at 6 o'clock. See you later.